Yo, what is going on, homies? It's your boy Stumps back for another OPTC video, and in today's video, we'll be into Garb's Challenge Revolutionary Army 2 with a funky looking team utilizing the Straw Hat crew as a friend captain and the super tight BOA. So this particular video is in response to StumpD's speedrun, but that's the team, those are the supports. Let's dive in. Now, if you guys haven't seen it, StumpD actually released a Revolutionary Army 2 run that was incredibly fast. I think he completed the run in like 3 minutes and 30 seconds, utilizing double V4 or super tight BOA and Straw Hats as a sub. The team was pretty much identical, except obviously he was using Straw Hats as a sub, he was running double BOA, and it sparked a bit of a conversation between me and my boy Sim. Halloween super tight BOA doesn't get enough respect, and I'm a culprit of that as well. Definitely a culprit of that. If you know of another content creator named Garent, I'll leave links to obviously StumpD's video, his channel, Garent's video as well. But Garent actually took BOA into the Hawkins Forest and managed to clear the Hawkins Forest very well, very easily. And we were discussing that BOA is a very, very good captain for long content because of her Mera ability. But it goes to show that she's a very good captain for like short content as well. Now, the conversation that was sparked between me and my boy Sim was that BOA is an absolute weapon. And don't get me wrong, she definitely is. And when the next tier list comes around, we'll definitely be reevaluating where she actually spots on that tier list. But the thing with that particular conversation was that BOA, as good as she is, was that the team was actually, well, not carried, but sort of helped a lot through the effect of the new Straw Hat crew. Now, I decided to do a hybrid team for you guys to not only reiterate that I do think the Straw Hat character is the greatest friend captain in the entire game, and you can just do some absolutely wild things with them, but was also to show that BOA is a very, very good character themselves. Now, if you guys don't have BOA, but you have Straw Hats, you can actually run, like, the Straw Hats with a friend BOA, and then, like, replace the Usopp. But the Usopp is great because he actually gives cooldowns, which is the big reason we have him on this team, as well as removing attack down. And if you run the Straw Hats on your team, you can't bring Usopp, as he's an Usopp character. As you guys saw in the previous stage against Hack, the beauty of running double BOA is you actually get the double attack down removal, which makes her very, very good. She also can remove, she also does color affinity on the final stage as well, which makes her very strong. She's a chain lock, she's a base stat booster, and her captain ability is actually really, really nice in the sense that it actually gives a 5x captain to not only quick units, but it also gives us 2 free spirit and shooter characters, which this whole team is actually with this weird, janky, free spirit shooter hybrid combination with Halloween Dofi and then a Sabo, but it's predominantly free spirit, so that way we can run the Aura Jackson. Now, on this particular stage, this is where we take a little bit longer than StumpD's speedrun. We actually have to take 2 turns here, and if you have like a bunch of cotton candy on your units with some good solid supports, as you guys saw at the start, you can actually take this out in 2 turns. If you don't, you can take it out in 3. It's not that big of a deal. Onto the Sabo Koala stage. This is where the Straw Hat crew is very, very good. Now, if you have them as a sailor, like StumpD did, you can actually pop their special on the previous turn, or you can use something like the Mistum support on them if you're running them as your captain, and then you'll have the cooldown, so that way you can like pop it on the previous turn. But the idea of using them on this stage is actually getting a full board of Rainbow Orbs. Utilizing their special on this particular stage gives you an attack boost, orb boost, color affinity, and chain boost, which unfortunately triggers the interrupt of Koala. Now, if you use an orb boost or you use a color affinity boost, unfortunately, Koala is basically going to wipe away all your buffs. The downside to this stage, though, is they actually make all orbs unfavorable except for tandem slots. So, unless you bring a character that can get, like, Wano slots, tandem slots, or rainbow orbs, you are going to be struggling. But the beautiful thing about Koala not, like, removing all of your buffs means that you can actually keep all those rainbow orbs. She doesn't remove your orbs, or if she does, she can't because we have rainbow slots. So it works quite nicely just to get around this stage. They also lock your orbs. And as you guys see there, we take 2 turns on that stage. I feel like if you started with Ace instead of Sabo or vice versa. I can't remember who I started with. If you like had a color affinity of Sabo there on Koala, I feel like you could probably take out that stage in 1 turn and not take the 2 turns. But nevertheless, this team wasn't designed for speed. It's designed to sort of showcase the friend captain potential of the Straw Hat crew, as well as like just talking about BOA. She's like incredibly powerful, and like I said, myself included, I don't think I gave her enough credit. And she's very, very good. She's a solid captain ability, and in these like short and hard pieces of content, she does work very, very nicely, as she does have an array of very, very good subs. The Bellamy support on Dofi absolutely destroys that stage against, what's his name? Morley, and then we can move on to the Bella Betty stage. Now, against Bella Betty, I actually hadn't been switching to my Straw Hats enough, so I actually took an extra turn on this particular stage. Once again, like, this team's not built for speed. If you want a speed team, check out SubConsi's video. Like, it was absolutely insane how fast he pumped out this particular piece of content. The man's an absolute weapon, as you guys know. He's a god when it comes to creating content and creating teams to beat the content that is available in the game, especially the hard content. He's just an absolute icon. Really, really, really good job, SubConsi. But on this turn, I do take 2 turns. I don't switch with Sabo and Ace purely for the reason that I do want to take 2 turns here. That way, you can get the super switch ready to go by the next turn. With Okiku and the Whitey Bay support, it works really nicely because you can use her on the Ivankov and Inuyasuma stage as well as this stage. And with the help of the Oro Jackson, we can get around the paralysis as well. As you guys saw, we used Usopp's special on turn 1 here as well. The 2 turns of strength cooldown is very handy for your Straw Hats, namely Luffy. So make sure you do have the Luffy variant out when you do use that Usopp special. Onto the Lindbergh stage, he gives us 4 turns of paralysis and 4 turns of blind on your top, bottom, right, middle, left. So make sure Ace and Sabo are smack bang in that middle right slot. So you can use their special here to actually get around the blind. We're then going to use the super switch of our Straw Hat Legend. That's going to remove the 4 turns of paralysis, and then just with our 2 strength units and the super swap of Ace and Sabo, we can take out that stage. Moving on to the second last stage against Karasu now. He gives us 2 turns of Despair and has 2 turns of Threshold. We are going to stall 2 turns here just to get around the Threshold and the Despair, and this is where the super typing of Boa is actually pretty nice, because what you can actually do here is pop her super typing, and you apply that Mirror ability. Unfortunately, Karasu is actually going to wipe it after the first turn, but with the heal, it means that you can actually just hang around on this particular stage, and you don't have to worry about taking too much damage. You can switch with Straw Hats and Ace Sabo here to make sure you have type advantage on the kill stage of Karasu, but we actually have our Boa special ready, so we can get around that chain coefficient reduction, and we also have our Dofi special back as well, so we actually have an attack and an orb boost as well. With that, we have so much damage, like it works absolutely wonderfully, and you just want to make sure that you can actually switch into Ace on the final stage. That way you have a bit more color affinity, but as you guys are about to see, just with like the Straw Hat special and Boa attacking, you guys have so much damage, as literally just utilizing the Straw Hat special gives you so damn much. So, moral of the video, Boa is a weapon, an absolute weapon. Straw Hats are still the best friend captain in the entire game. I still stand by what I said. They are a very valuable legend, don't get me wrong, but the addition of this character in the game just benefits everyone. Free-to-play players, pay-to-play players, the mediocre players that spend a little bit and just love the game. This character right here, it ticks all boxes when it comes to the overall player base, which is a really, really good feature. I do enjoy utilizing this character a lot, and having them as a captain just means that every one of our specials that we use throughout this run were benefiting every single character on the team. With Boa, she's definitely underrated in my eyes, and she'll definitely be getting a buff on the next tier list, as the captain ability is very, very possible with the addition of the Straw Hat Legend. Her special is very, very powerful now, being a rainbow base stat boost, because we have that Straw Hat Legend in the game as well. And she can tear through long content and short content, mainly hard content alike. Shout out to Garance, shout out to SubConsi. Links to their channels and their videos will be in the description link below. But while you get down there, guys, don't forget to smash that like button for me if you're new. Hit the big red subscribe button. But guys, wherever you are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, I thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Let's